So hello students and welcome back to another video tutorial and to the first video tutorial about the classical genetics. So we are going to start classical genetics from this class. In this class of classical genetics, the first introductory lecture of classical genetics, we must understand what is classical genetics, what is the field of classical genetics and how this classical genetics applies to modern day life. Okay, so that we can understand the principles, the phenomena, the effects of the classical genetics. Okay, so as we all know that genetics is the study of heredity and variation, so it is always in between the heredity and variations. So it could be classified into heredity and variations. Okay, heredity and variations. Heredity, as you know, refers to the transmission of characters from one generation to the other. Okay, so when the characters are being transmitted from one generation to the other, then it is referred to as heredity. The differences which prevails is referred to as variations. Please look here, this is genetics and this is heredity and variation. Look at the specific definition shown to you in Pathfinder. See this, the differences. Several characteristics may differ between individuals belonging to the same species. The difference between the individuals of the same species is commonly referred to as the variations. These differences which prevails are referred to as variations. And the transmission of characters from one generation to the other is commonly referred to as the heredity. एक जनरेशन से दूसरे जनरेशन पे करेक्टर्स का ट्रांसमिट हो जाना, that is commonly referred to as the heredity. The term genetics applies to the science that deals with heredity and variations. When you talk about this particular genetics term, then this is the science that deals with heredity and variations. तो ये दो चीजों के ऊपर बेस्ड है, हेरिडिटी और वेरिएशन के ऊपर बेस्ड है. तो यहां आपने देखा कि हेरिडिटी ट्रांसमिशन ऑफ करेक्टर्स यानी कि सिमिलैरिटीज के ऊपर बेस्ड होता है. It is based on similarities in between, similarities or characters that are transmitted. Characters that are transmitted. That are transmitted from one generation to another. Transmitted from one generation to the other. From one generation to the other. To the other. The differences that prevails is referred to as variations. Differences between the same differences between the individuals of the same species. Now variations could be categorized into the following two different types. One, it could be a continuous variation or another it could be a discontinuous variation. Variations को हम दो पार्ट में डिवाइड कर सकते हैं. We can categorize the variation into two different types. One, it could be a continuous variation, another it could be a discontinuous variation. Okay, so one would be the continuous variation. Continuous variations, and another it could be a discontinuous variation. Discontinuous variation. What do you mean by continuous variation? Continuous variations are the variations that are being continually being produced. They are produced from one generation to the other and they are being produced by the effect of crossover. Continuous variation लगातार होते हैं. Continuous variation क्यों होते हैं? Continuous variation होते हैं crossing over की वजह से. So these are being produced as a result of crossing over. So these are the variations that are being produced as a result of crossing over. क्रॉसिंग ओवर की वजह से जो वेरिएशंस होते हैं, those are referred to as the continuous variation produced due to crossing over. Produced due to crossing over. Due to crossing over. Now, when does crossing over takes place? Crossing over takes place at the time of gamete formation. At the time of gamete formation. Of gamete formation. Now see this, how the question will be asked. The question will be asked that when the variations are being produced in us, in case of humans, when the variations are being produced, the variation is being produced during the formation of sperm and egg within our parental generation. हमारे अंदर जो वेरिएशन है वो कब प्रोड्यूस हुए? All the variations that are found in our body were actually being produced when the gametes were being produced in the body of our parents. Those gametes led to the type of variations that you can visualize now in your body. Your body, or the entire characteristic feature of your body, your entire genome is actually being made by the combination of gametes which were being produced at the time of gametogenesis in your parents. हमारे पेरेंट्स में जो gametes बने उनके अंदर जो क्रॉसिंग ओवर हुआ उसकी वजह से बन गए हम. और देखिए क्रॉसिंग ओवर होने की वजह से ही कंटिन्यूअस वेरिएशन होता है. दैट मींस the continuous variation is a result of sexual reproduction. Thus, this is very important. This is very, very important. And so you must always remember. Thus, all continuous variation, all continuous variations are a result of sexual reproduction. तो सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन की वजह से बेटा सारे के सारे कंटिन्यूअस वेरिएशंस होते हैं. अगर सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन नहीं होगा तो कोई कंटिन्यूअस वेरिएशन हो ही नहीं सकता. तो दुनिया में सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन इवॉल्व क्यों हुआ? Why sexual reproduction evolved as the major form of reproduction in the living world? Because it is the one that leads to crossing over and the formation of continuous variation. As sexual reproduction leads to crossing over, thus it evolved, thus it was adopted as the major mode of reproduction in all the living organisms, in all living organisms. Okay, so it was the major mode of reproduction in the case of all living organisms. ये सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट था और यही सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट मोड ऑफ रिप्रोडक्शन है लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म के लिए. Any doubt that you have? Okay, so see this is very important. See, thus all continuous variation are a result of sexual reproduction. As all the continuous variations are a result of sexual reproduction, so sexual reproduction has been chosen as the desired mechanism for reproduction in the case of all living organisms. Anyone has any doubt? Anyone has any doubt, please raise your question. Okay, another very important phenomena that you must know, it is these variations introduced because of crossing over that will form the raw material for the evolution of life on earth. दुनिया में evolution क्यों हुआ है? दुनिया में evolution इसलिए हुआ क्योंकि हो गया crossing over. The crossing over provided the raw material in the form of variations for the evolution of life on earth. देखिए क्रॉसिंग ओवर की वजह से ही क्या हुआ? वेरिएशंस आ गए और दुनिया में वेरिएशंस की वजह से ही अर्थ पे लाइफ प्रोड्यूस हो पाई. हम ज्यादा इवॉल्व हैं और बाकी ऑर्गेनिज्म ज्यादा इवॉल्व नहीं हो पा रहे हैं. दिस इज बिकॉज वी हैव larger frequency of crossing over. Thus, do you know what I can say? I can say that the evolution of a species is directly proportional to the frequency of crossing over into it. किसी भी दुनिया की species के evolution के लिए क्या important है? Crossing over. Hence, a species is said to be much more evolved. Species evolution is directly proportional to its ability to perform crossing over, frequency of crossing over, or frequency of variations. You know that there were variations which were present in the case of giraffe. Giraffe was having long necked giraffes, then there was short necked giraffe, और उसी variation की वजह से giraffe आज भी मिल पा रहा है दुनिया में. अगर वो वेरिएशन नहीं होता तो जिराफ आज भी दुनिया में खत्म हो चुका होता. The giraffe would have died over the planet and would have extincted over the planet Earth because it was having very large amount of variation. Thus, it was able to survive. Do you know the case with dinosaurs? The dinosaurs were not able to survive because these dinosaurs were not having that much amount of variation present within themselves. Dinosaurs के पास में वो variation नहीं था, इसीलिए dinosaurs survive नहीं कर पाए and became extinct. So it is not about your body size कि आप कितने बड़े हो जाते हो. It is not about even about your physiology, that what is your physiology of your body. It is all about the amount of different types of gametes that you can form. When the different types of gametes can be produced, then what is going to happen? Then you will form the different types of organism. Variations will be introduced. Once the variations will be introduced, then it will lead to the formation of new species. And this is how the evolution of life takes place. Okay, this is how the evolution of life takes place. So this is what we have to study. Species evolution is directly proportional to frequency of crossing over, that is variation. So this formula becomes very important. Okay, anyone has any doubt in any point ना, you just ask that particular point. किसी को कोई doubt है तो पूछ लीजिए, सब कुछ समझने वाला है. Genetics is all about understanding. You just have to remember certain key points. You have to apply your brain and solve the most typical questions. Okay, now there are certain variations that can take place discontinuously. These variations are being caused due to mutations. Now what is a mutation? The change, the sudden inheritable change that can take place in a cell by itself. वो चेंज जो किसी के अंदर कभी भी किसी भी वक्त किसी भी वजह से हो जाए, वही तो है म्यूटेशन. ठीक है, जब वो चेंज, द चेंज दैट कैन अकर इन एनी ऑर्गेनिज्म एट एनी टाइम at any place because of any reason is referred to as mutation. Now mutation can be of two different types. It can be spontaneous or it can be induced. Induced or spontaneous mutation can be of following two different types. One, it can be induced or it can be spontaneous. Now which type of mutations can take place? There are two basic type of mutation, spontaneous or induced. Spontaneous का मतलब क्या है? Induced. Induced mutation is a mutation that is being caused due to the presence of a mutagen. Mutagen will cause mutation, then it is called as induced mutation. एक ना एक म्यूटाजन चाहिए ही चाहिए म्यूटेशन के लिए. ठीक है, दैट इज रेफर्ड टू एज इंड्यूस्ड म्यूटेशन. जब कोई ना कोई म्यूटाजन चाहिए ही चाहिए म्यूटेशन के लिए, देन इट इज रेफर्ड टू एज इंड्यूस्ड म्यूटेशंस. लेकिन बड़ा सवाल ये है, द बिग क्वेश्चन इज दैट, क्या कोई म्यूटाजन चाहिए ही चाहिए म्यूटेशन के लिए? Spontaneous mutation is a type of mutation in which no mutagen is required. It takes place spontaneously. ये औरों की तरह दो लोगों पे में नहीं बढ़ता. इस म्यूटेशन पे सिर्फ सेल का और सिर्फ सेल का ही हक है. Then it is called as spontaneous mutation. Occurs spontaneously. Occurs spontaneously. One-sided वाला वो ही है spontaneous mutation. Spontaneously. जो किसी की वजह से हो, क्या वो म्यूटेशन है? जो किसी की वजह से ना हो, केवल अपनी वजह से हो, बेटा वो है spontaneous mutation. That can take place by itself. Okay, then it is referred to as spontaneous mutation. Any doubt you have? You have any doubt, you ask me. Okay, so this is spontaneous mutation, this is induced mutation, this is continuous variation. Now majority of the mutations are harmful, so they do not produce so much amount of variation. They do not contribute to the variation. The major contributing factor to the continuous variation is the act of sexual reproduction. The act of sexual reproduction. This is the most important thing. ये contribute करता है बेटा किसको? वेरिएशन को. और जेनेटिक्स तो स्टडी ही है हेरिडिटी और वेरिएशंस की स्टडी को ही तो हम जेनेटिक्स कहते हैं. It is the study of heredity and variations. So that is genetics. Okay. Now moving forward, The word genetics was first suggested to describe the study of inheritance and the sciences of variation by the prominent scientist Ed Bitson. William Bitson was the first person who gave the term genetics for the study of science of variations. Okay. Next, it was J.G. Mendel. G.J. Mendel, who is known as the father of genetics, and he worked upon the plant Pisum sativum. He was from Hissendorf, the state, the country, the state was Hissendorf. His village name was Silesia. He was from the country Austria, and he worked upon the Pisum sativum for nearly 9 years of his lifespan. And then he published his results in a German novel, in a journal, the Proceeding of the Brunn Society of the Natural History, and postulated the principles of inheritance, which are popularly known as the Mendelian laws. See, he was the first person to give the Mendelian laws. I do think that this part is clear to you all. ये part सबको clear है, सबने note down कर लिया है. Everybody has noted it down. Nobody is speaking anything in the chat box. Any problem? You are able to hear me? You are able to get the screen or not? Hello? Okay. Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Shivani Chitkara. Yes, sir. Okay, thank you. So now just deleting this out and moving forward. Any query by anyone? Okay. If you have any query now, you just raise your query. So these principles of inheritance were commonly referred to as the Mendelian laws. We are not going into the great history of the genetics, as you always know that Mendel, you can go into the history of Mendel also. He was from Hissendorf. He was from Silesia. He was born on 22 July 1822. He died due to blight disease of kidney. That is not that will never be asked in any competitive examination. Mendel experiment. It was Mendel who chose the pea plant, and the pea plant that he chose was referred to as the Pisum sativum for his experiment, and has the following advantages. The well-defined discrete characters were available: bisexual flower, both sexual, both self-fertilization as well as cross-fertilization was possible because of these bisexual flowers. Both self and cross-pollination possible, and cross-pollination was possible. Predominantly, the organism is self-fertilized. It is easy to hybridize, easy to cultivate, relatively short lifespan is present. Okay, so this is easy to cultivate, easy to harvest. There are relatively short lifespan. It was producing very large number of offspring. That is why he chose this pea plant. Now, characteristic studied by Mendel. These are the following pair of characteristics that have been studied by Mendel. You just look here. The first question that I'm going to ask, and you are going to answer it wrongly, is about the different types of characteristics that have been asked, that have been studied by Mendel. So Mendel was able to study the 7 characteristic features: stem length, flower position, flower color, pod shape, pod color, cotyledon color, and seed form. Now see, this is very important. Although Pathfinder it is given very clearly that flower color as well as seed coat color. The flower color and seed coat color, in some of the crosses, Mendel took flower color. In the other crosses, he took seed coat color. So the 7 pair of characters that Mendel took were either, the third character was either flower color or seed coat color. अगर आप total characters को देखोगे ना अलग अलग books को मिला के, तो total 8 characters हो जाएंगे. लेकिन 8 characters नहीं है. There are not 8 characters that were being studied by Mendel. He just studied 7 characters. So you just put a mark here and remember this particular point, that either in some books, some authors justify that he took flower color, other authors justify that he took seed coat color. Okay, and both of these are different. One is violet, another one is gray. तो किसी को नहीं पता कि उसने फ्लावर कलर लिया था या सीड कोट कलर लिया था। एक्चुअली में उसने 8 कैरेक्टर पढ़े थे बेटा, लेकिन ये दोनों एक ही क्रोमोसोम पे एक ही जगह पे लोकेटेड हैं। सो दैट इज व्हाई majority of the authors write that he used to study only 7 characters at a particular time. The most important phenomena is that out of all the characters that he studied, out of all the characters that he studied, the characters such as seed coat color and cotyledon color. Seed coat color, this is important, please note it down. Seed coat color as well as cotyledon color, as well as cotyledon color were found together on the first chromosome. They were found together on the first chromosome. Pod form, pod position and stem length. Pod form, pod position, and stem length. Stem length. All these 3 characters were actually being encoded by the 4th chromosome. इन तीनों को कौन कौन encode करता है? 4th chromosome. It was the 5th chromosome that was encoding the pod color. Pod color was being encoded by the 5th chromosome. And lastly, the 7th chromosome is encoded the seed form, which is also referred to as the seed shape. Seed shape. तो यहां आप देख सकते हैं, this is referred to as the 7th chromosome. So the chromosomes were 1, 4, 5, and 7, which were able to encode the following different types of characters. There is a trick that I always used to ask the students to remember. These are the most important organelles, and the trick is PDACP. PDACP. ACP. Pandit Deen Dayal, Assistant Commissioner of Police. Or you can just write down Ponga Pandit, Assistant Commissioner of Police. Okay, so this is P for Saccharomyces pombe. Saccharomyces pombe. D for Drosophila melanogaster. Drosophila melanogaster. A for Arabidopsis thaliana. Arabidopsis thaliana. C for Caenorhabditis elegans. Caenorhabditis elegans. And P for Pisum sativum. P for Pisum sativum. These are the different types of model organisms that you always study. There are 2 number of chromosomes in Saccharomyces pombe. There are 4 number of chromosomes which are present in Drosophila melanogaster. There are 5 which are present in Arabidopsis thaliana. 6 which are present in, and these are haploid numbers, so they would be doubled. 6 which are present in C. elegans, and there are 7 number of chromosomes that are present in the case of Pisum sativum. Okay, so you can see here, this is first, fourth, fifth, and 7th number of chromosome. So this is the 7th number of chromosome which is present in Pisum sativum. Okay, so Pisum sativum in its diploid state has 40 number of chromosome. In its haploid state has 7 number of chromosome. When you look at the structure of a cell of Pisum sativum, you will find that there is a special nuclei. Within the nucleus, there is a specialized chromosome which is present, and the chromosome which is present in a haploid number, there is an extra chromosome which is present in the nucleus of the Pisum sativum, that is called as Wilson chromosome. Wilson chromosome. एक नया क्रोमोसोम डिस्कवर किया गया है न्यूक्लियस के अंदर पाइसम सटाइवम के सेल्स में. Pisum sativum cells. And that chromosome is Wilson chromosome. It is this Wilson chromosome. It is this Wilson chromosome that is also referred to as the supernumerary chromosome. The supernumerary chromosome. Numerary chromosome. This chromosome is found only in the case of plants. Found only in plants. Only in case of plants. And it is the one It is the one that causes sterility in plant. Causes sterility in plant. Plant के अंदर sterility cause कर देता है. Sterility in case of plants, especially female plants. Okay, so there is a new chromosome that has been discovered called as Wilson chromosome. Once it has been asked in different competitive examination. अलग-अलग competitive examination में पूछा गया है. You have noted it down. Okay, there are two different types of seed shapes that Mendel obtained. Okay, seed form or seed shapes. The seed shapes that Mendel obtained were either round or wrinkled. There were two different types of seed shapes. Na? One was referred to as round, another one was referred to as wrinkled. एक को हम बोल देते थे round बुलटा और दूसरे को हम क्या बोल देते थे wrinkled. Now what do you mean by round and wrinkled? Everybody knows that round means there is a perfect round shape of the seed. Wrinkle means the seed is constructed at several sites. So what do you find here is that there is a absence of the starch branching enzyme. Absence of starch branching enzyme leads to wrinkled seed formation. Wrinkled seed is being formed due to absence of starch branching enzyme. Due to absence of starch branching enzyme. Starch branching enzyme अगर सही तरीके से काम नहीं करेगा, then it will lead to the following condition. It will lead to wrinkled seed. If there is an active starch branching enzyme, then it will lead to round seed. Active starch branching enzyme. Active starch branching enzyme. Then it will lead to round seed. Any doubt you have? Any problem you have? You just ask me. किसी को कोई डाउट है, किसी को कोई प्रॉब्लम है तो पूछ लीजिए भाई. ठीक है. One more important point. Although Mendel performed every different types of cross, but in one cross, the pod form, and the stem length, the pod form, that is the pod shape, and the stem length, these two different characters were actually exhibiting linkage. Pod form and stem length exhibited linkage, but such cross was never performed by Mendel. ये दोनों characters linkage show करते थे, लेकिन इन characters को कभी भी मेंडल ने स्टडी ही नहीं किया. Stem length as well as the pod shape, both of these characters exhibited linkage among themselves. Although both of these characters exhibited linkage, but such characters were never studied by Mendel, so he never obtained the phenomena of linkage. Both showed linkage, both displayed linkage, but Mendel never performed such cross. But Mendel was not able to perform such type of crosses. Sorry, my class. But Mendel not able to perform such crosses. Was not able to perform such classes, perform such crosses. Okay, so Mendel was not able to perform such type of crosses. Okay, so this is very important, that how Mendel performed these crosses and what manner it performed these crosses. Okay, so these are some important points. These are the star points that you must remember. Please kindly note them down so that I can move forward. This is star point. This is a star point. Star point. Star point. This is a star point. This is a star point from where the question is being asked. This is a trick that you must remember. Okay, is this clear? Now, moving forward. Moving forward. Just deleting all these things, and we are going to move forward. Now, classical genetics. The first term that comes here is that is referred to as an allele. What is an allele? The alternate form of a gene is referred to as an allele. So that means there are two different terms that comes here. One is referred to as a character, another one is referred to as an allele. What do you mean by the character and what do you mean by the allele? When you define a term that is referred to as a character, character refers to a trait. Character refers to a particular trait. When you talk about a particular trait, you are talking about a particular character. Allele refers to the alternate form of a gene. This is the alternate form of a gene. Alternate form of a gene. So how these alleles have been produced? The alternate form of the genes have been produced as a result of mutation, deletion, duplication, translocation, or a single nucleotide polymorphism at a particular site. Then they have given rise to an allele. So character could be height. Character could be height. And alleles could be capital T as well as small t. Okay. So this is alleles. So how alleles are being produced? So alleles are being produced as a result of modification. Alleles are produced. Alleles are produced as a result of mutations, modifications of the same parental gene, of the parental gene, of the inherited allele, inherited alleles. Okay. Now this is how alleles have been evolved. Can you tell me if such type of evolution is taking place? Evolution के दौरान alleles का number बढ़ेगा या कम होगा? During the course of evolution, do alleles must increase for a particular character or they must decrease for a particular character? What should happen? Okay, anyone could answer me? What should happen during the course of evolution? The alleles must increase or must decrease? Okay, and if they must increase or decrease, can you tell me why the allelic frequency should increase, why the number of alleles should increase or should decrease during the process of evolution? Evolution के दौरान एलील की फ्रीक्वेंसी यानी कि एलील का नंबर, यहाँ फ्रीक्वेंसी की बात मैं नहीं कर रहा हूँ कि कैपिटल ज्यादा होंगे या स्मॉल ज्यादा होंगे. आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट वेदर कैपिटल विल बी लार्ज और स्मॉलर विल बी लार्जेस्ट. आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट why the allelic frequency in total is going to be increased, why the case of multiple allelism arises, what is the need of that multiple allelism. Multiple allelism आया ही क्यों बने अलग अलग तरीके के एलील्स जैसे कि ब्लड ग्रुप के अंदर पाए जाते हैं, और ये हाइट के एलील अलग अलग क्यों नहीं बन पाए? Why the alleles for the plant height were not of several different types such as capital T, small t, T dash or T double dash, something like that. And what will happen to alleles during the course of evolution of life? Anyone? Rudra, Priyanshi, Shivani, Niharika, Ankit, Achal Shukla, Priyanshi. Anyone could answer, na? Try to answer the question. Yash, Hiba, Ankit. क्या होगा evolution के दौरान? See, it is very well known that the allelic frequency is going to be always increased. That means the number of alleles are going to be always increased during the evolution of life. Okay, so I must write the answer. This is a very important point. That is why there are multiple alleles that have evolved. Now, why all the genes cannot evolve into multiple alleles? That has also to be answered. The frequency of alleles. Phenotypic. What is phenotypic? The frequency, the number of alleles, or I should write like this. The number of alleles tends to increase during the course of evolution, during the entire course of evolution. evolution to bring about more variations in the character. In the character. देखो बेटा, वेरिएशंस को बढ़ाना है. मैंने आपको पहले ही बोला था, जेनेटिक्स इज द स्टडी ऑफ हेरिडिटी एंड वेरिएशन, and that individual will survive that will have the maximum number of variations. If you have maximum number of variations, you are going to survive. Okay, so the survival of an organism, the survival of an species depends upon the different types of variations which are present between the individuals of that species. किसी भी स्पीशीज का सर्वाइवल, उसके अंदर जो अलग अलग इंडिविजुअल्स हैं उनके अंदर कितने परसेंट वेरिएशन है उसके ऊपर डिपेंड करता है. और जेनेटिक्स तो स्टडी ही हेरिडिटी और वेरिएशंस की होती है. अगर एलील की संख्या को आप बढ़ा देंगे, इफ यू आर गोइंग टू इंक्रीज द नंबर ऑफ एलील्स, देन यू आर गोइंग टू इंक्रीज द नंबर ऑफ वेरिएशंस. सॉरी, वेरिएशंस. Please do not go against my spellings now. They are pathetic. Variations. Variations. Probably this is correct. Okay. So when the variations, the number of alleles will be increased, the variations will be increased. And this will lead to the evolution of a particular organism. So organism always tends to increase the number of alleles. अगर मान लो हमारे अंदर भी दो ही एलील होते, एक टॉलनेस वाला और एक डॉर्फनेस वाला, तो मालूम है क्लास में कितने तरीके के लोग होते? दो तरीके के लोग होते भाई, एक टॉल और एक डॉर्फ. दुनिया में सबका रिलीजन क्या हो जाता? टॉल. दूसरे बोलते हैं हमारा क्या है? डॉर्फ. ओके, बट सच टाइप ऑफ things are not found in humans because actually this particular allele evolved. This particular allele evolved, and when the evolution of this particular allele took place, then the height was now being controlled by polygenic inheritance. That means now there were several different types of genes that were controlling the development of an individual, and that one was referred to as allelism. Any doubt you have? Any doubt you have? किसी के अंदर कोई doubt है? किसी को कुछ पूछना है तो पूछ सकते हैं. Now about blood group. There are multiple blood groups. Now sir, what do you mean by variations? When you say that you increase the variation by increasing the allelic frequency, or you increase the number of alleles and you increase the variation, that what does it means? It actually means, beta, that see there are three different types of blood group. On basically there are four different types of blood group: A blood group, B blood group, AB blood group, or O blood group. Now supposingly there is a pathogen that comes on earth and that will influence only A blood group individuals, then slowly and steadily it will cause killing of all A blood group individuals. But AB blood group individuals, B blood group individuals, and O blood group individuals will survive because of variation in them. अगर मान लो एक पैथोजन आ जाए दुनिया में जो A blood group वाले सारे ऑर्गेनिज्म को मार दे, तो भाई A blood group वाले मर जाएंगे, लेकिन B blood group वाले, AB blood group वाले और O blood group वाले तो बच ही जाएंगे. और क्योंकि ये पैथोजन केवल A blood group वालों को मार रहा है, तो थोड़े दिन बाद में जब A blood group वाले मर जाएंगे तो पैथोजन भी मर जाएगा. Okay, so then the pathogen will also die off, but still the survival of the species took place. Why? Because there were different types of blood groups, such as B blood group, such as AB blood group, and such as O blood group. Variation था, और ये बैक्टीरिया, ये पैथोजन केवल एक ही तरीके के ब्लड ग्रुप को मार रहा था, सभी को कोई नहीं मार सकता. जब वेरिएशन होगा तो उस स्पीशीज का सर्वाइवल रेट इंक्रीज हो जाता है, और वेरिएशन होने की वजह से वो स्पीशीज आराम से सर्वाइव कर पाती है अलग अलग एनवायरमेंटल conditions में. Because of variations, the species is able to survive in diverse environmental conditions, and thus variation leads to the survival of an organism. With this example, I am able to explain it to you why the number of alleles always tends to increase from the prokaryotic organisms towards eukaryotic organisms. यूकैरियोटिक ऑर्गेनिज्म में हर एक चीज हमारे अंदर पॉलीजेनिक इनहेरिटेंस से होती है, चाहे हमारी हाइट हो, चाहे हमारा वेट हो, चाहे हमारी मेंटल एबिलिटी या आईक्यू हो, एवरीथिंग इज बीइंग अंडर द कंट्रोल ऑफ पॉलीजेनिक इनहेरिटेंस. इज दिस क्लियर टू यू ऑल? ओके, देन there are two different types of alleles. One is referred to as the wild type allele, which displays the wild type phenotype, then it is called as wild type allele. And if that wild type allele undergoes mutation, then it is referred to as the mutant type allele that you can find here. One is the wild type allele, which is present in the population. If this allele undergoes modification, then it gets converted into the mutant allele. The dominant allele, which is able to express itself in the F1 generation, is said to be the dominant allele, and the allele that cannot express itself in the F1 generation and that could be masked by the dominant allele is called as the recessive allele. वो एलील जो F1 जनरेशन के अंदर मास्क हो जाता है बाय डोमिनेंट एलील, उसे हम बोलते हैं रिसेसिव एलील. और रिसेसिव एलील कैन ओनली एक्सप्रेस इटसेल्फ only in the case of homozygous recessive condition. Dominant is always being written with dominant with capital letter and recessive with small letter. Okay, do this is clear to you all? We would be talking about large number of things: homozygous, heterozygous, hemizygous, genotype, phenotype, etc., etc., etc. things, and that's this all we are going to do in the next lecture. Tomorrow lecture of genetics will be continued from this dominant and recessive alleles. In the case of biochemistry, I would be starting another topic. And if you want me to start enzymology, you just inform me about enzymology, or else I will start with photosynthesis and will try to complete your biochemistry. Okay. So thanks a lot for hearing. If you have any question, you just send me in the group, as well as you can ask it here also. Okay. Just deleting all the annotations, and thanks a lot for your patience listening in this particular lecture. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Good night. Over and out. Bye-bye.